If you are doing some home improvement projects, trust me, it's worth spending a little bit of money and hiring a professional painter. Nothing looks better than a great paint job. We have our friends from the Home Pro Show here with how you can make sure that you actually hire a pro. Let's get straight over to the host of the show, Clint August. Hi.
Hey, Heather, and you know, you're right. You do want to take some time to hire a pro for a quality job, but you want to be careful at chucking a truck and some so-called pros. You want to make sure you check that background when you do. And we have Greg Cantor from Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel in studio. 30 years in the business, my cohort here on the Home Pro Show. And we also have Jonathan from CertaPro Painters. And Greg, you know, this is the guy that you want to talk to, his company, about that true professionalism when painting your house.
There are a lot of considerations when you choose a painter. I mean, insurance, licensing, bonding, and even having to deal with hazardous materials. And we know that CertaPro does it right. They're all trained people, professional. Tell us a little bit more about your company.
CertaPro, it's a national company that has over 350 locations in all of the United States and Canada. Here in San Diego, we have 3 locations that service all of San Diego County. So you have the benefit of national resources and local owners.
That's important.
Yeah.
And so you go in, you know, someone calls you for a paint job, inside, outside, or both, and you go out and give a free estimate?
Correct. So we specialize in residential, interior, exterior, as well as commercial and HOA properties. So there is no job that's too big or too small, and we provide the proposal right there on the spot.
So fixed price, great warranty, quality workmanship, you do it all.
Correct. Every one of our painters is one of our employees. So we have our fixed pricing. There's no hidden fees or costs.
And so when someone's ready to paint their home, what precautions should they take when they call people?
Good question. So one of the biggest precautions is making sure you hire someone that is licensed, has insurance. So sometimes people will just hire a cheapest painter, but they may not have workers' comp insurance or proper licensing. So make sure that you do that every time.
And another big factor is the most important part of painting is preparation. And we were looking at this sample of dry rot. You really take the time to chisel out the bad wood and fill it in properly with the proper fillers and get everything masked off and do the job right.
Absolutely. So we'll do a full inspection of your home. If we come across any wood damage, we will address that with you. Bring carpenter on staff. So we also want to educate the homeowners on exactly what the preparation process is for properly painting your home.
And are there considerations of the types of paint that you use when you interview people?
Yeah, absolutely. So some homeowners may be looking just to sell their house and just put one coat of paint on it for a quick flip. You could also have the situations where you're going to retire in the home and you want to go with 2 coats of paint and a much higher quality paint. It's a lot like buying a car.
And so some of the paints have a longer warranty than others, right?
Absolutely. So some paints have lifetime warranties. Some are designed to withstand moisture a little better. So if you live near the coast, you want to consider those as well.
So you match the right paint up to the job that you're doing?
Absolutely. So we get all the information from the homeowner, determine what their expectations and outcome is, and go from there.
All right, we've got a Twitter question for you.
Okay.
I know this is going to sound terrible, but when I hired a painter a few years ago, I felt like the crew was grabbed from the homeless shelter and they did a horrible cleanup job. It really shouldn't be this hard to hire a painter. Please help.
Unfortunately, there are some companies that will subcontract work out and they really don't even know the crews that they're sending to a homeowner's house. With CertaPro, everyone is our employees. They've been trained on our proven processes. Also, you have your crews that are in uniform. They clean up after every job. So there is no surprise. Everyone that we would be sending to your house is one of our employees and a
That's what I love about CertaPro. Yeah. I'd send them to my mom's house.
Right. Oh, it's someone you trust, and that's part of the Home Pro Show, ApprovedHomePros.com. Heather, you know, with CertaPro Painters, before we got on camera, what I really liked that Jonathan told me was, I said, what about when a customer finds out, you know, 2 weeks later that, oh, there's drips I didn't see on the final walkthrough. I was kind of rushed and I wanted to get through it. He said they go back and they'll make it right. That's important to you.
Yeah, you absolutely, because every time I've ever had a painter come to my house, a little while later you start to nitpick and you see a few things here or there and you want to make sure that those folks are willing to come back out for free and get the job done right.
Absolutely. Well, at CertaPro Painters, you know, they're going to do that for you each and every time. And ApprovedHomePros.com is where you can find all of our pros.
All right.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks for having me.
Clint, thank you. Again, that website, ApprovedHomePros.com. Thanks, guys.